So my name is Ravi Gulati, representing Nokia Siemens Networks, and as part of the innovative telecom business models, I'll be presenting for 8 to 10 minutes on transformational outsourcing, followed by queries which you may have on this aspect. Maybe I just to give a little background. Outsourcing is not something which is which is new to India or which is new to IT or which is new to telecom. Having said that, from a telecom standpoint, India has been more of a consumer of telecom services than what you may call as the back office or the outsourcing agency for rest of the world. And so like what we have seen, IT 10 years back or 12 years back, wherein the India center was providing the services for rest of the world, it is now that the telecom revolution is happening, wherein India is being used as what you may call as an outsourcing agency for rest of the world, for the telecom operators all around the world. So just to set the context, when we're talking of the mobile infrastructure, most of the outsourcing has been focusing on managing the network elements, providing what is the network uptime, and and taking care of the network operations of what operator is doing on their own. But having said that, as the network becomes more complex, as the heterogeneity in the network comes across, you have more of multi-vendor networks, you have IP networks. It becomes all the more important how you evolve the outsourcing services for a communication services provider. What is happening in the whole process is the kind of data explosion which is happening. It is very important that not only you provide a good let's say a network management, but a network experience also. So let me give you an example out here. When we say you are having a very good statistical KPI, does not mean that the quality of experience is also very good for a customer. When you say that you are meeting the specific KPIs, it may not necessarily be relevant that you're meeting the end customer's experience KPIs. Let's say if a particular network element is doing very good from whatever you have as a stated KPIs, does not mean that the end-to-end service KPIs or the service experience is also very well as experienced by the customers. So what it means is that a good network experience does not necessarily mean that you're having a good experience from a customer standpoint. And that's where we are talking about to take a transient leap from a network-based outsourcing to a transformational outsourcing. And what that means is, as an outsourcing agencies, as Nokia Siemens Networks or as any other network services providers, we need to move from providing the network experience to managing the end customer experience. And what that means is not only you will be focusing on, let's say, a network KPIs at a large level, you'll be focusing on the end customer experience, which means which particular customer segment is your high user or low user. Are there any segment of customers who are not able to use your service due to any reasons? Are there any particular network pockets which are not fully utilized, and therefore you should be able to attend to them to give them more bandwidth? Are there any particular users with, let's say, smartphones whose specific features are not activated on the phone? Are you able to sense them proactively and therefore curb that what could be a potential revenue loss? These are some of the services which we're talking about, in which we should move from a network experience to a customer experience. So if you really call it, let's say, from a network operations standpoint, this is something which we have been doing traditionally, managing, let's say, what is the network up and down, what is the uptime, how are they doing on the various circles uptimes. This is something which we have been doing for last, I would say, 7 to 8 years, and it's something which maturity is setting in. The only difference which is happening is we are moving from an India-based outsourcing to managing the networks of the global customers from here. Service management, moving on from a network management to a service management, we're talking about how are you able to manage the services flows, the service configurations, the fault management, the service configurations, and more important is, are we able to move to a phase wherein from our operation centers, are we able to manage the customer experience? I think this is something wherein the investment is happening right now as we move into this space. So for our customers like Bharti Airtel, with whom we are already managing the network for last let's say 8 years, we are moving into the phase wherein we are taking the responsibility of managing their end customer experience, which means we are profiling the high-end customers, we are profiling the kind of application which they are using. Are they able to get the right uptimes for the customer experiences? Are they overlooking some of the high-end customers who are not able to use some of the services? I think that level of managing the customer experience is what we are terming as transformational outsourcing. And this can happen in two ways. It can happen in a model in which we sell the platform to the operators and they manage on their own. But what we're talking out here is we are investing into that infrastructure, that we move from a network-based outsourcing to a managed customer experience outsourcing. And that is the confidence which the customers are trusting on us. It's a long-term association we are talking about, because this also means giving the feedback to the marketing department, to the customer care department, to to people who are introducing new services. How you're able to manage your end customers, how they see your network across is what finally matters to from an operator standpoint. I just want to give an example just to translate that into the numbers. This was one of the operators in Indonesia, and a similar thing is happening as we speak for some of our Indian operators out here. So whether it is how we are able to curb the revenue loss, how we are able to help them curb some of the cost, or how we are able to get them address some of the additional revenues, all translating to something like $4 million for this customer. And if you see some of the examples out here, you will see are there some customers who are not using their networks? Are there some customers who are just hogging the bandwidth but not using the applications? Are there some BlackBerry customers who are not able to use the services that they want to do the services? Are there particular applications which are not getting the right uptake from a particular customer segment? I think these are some of the profiling which you're able to do from the customer experience management solutions which we are implementing at our network operations centers, and therefore be able to give them the end-to-end outsourcing services. So if I just summarize, what transformational outsourcing out here meaning is that we are taking the experience from a network level management to a customer experience level management, and by being able to do it from our network operations centers, we are able to build the scale in a hosted environment, and therefore be able to have a long-term relationship with the customers. Obviously, this will bring across efficiency in whatever we offer, because each and every operator does not have to buy piecemeal solutions from us, and they can probably scale depending on the applications which they're looking to manage from a customer standpoint. It is a proactive environment, because we are trying to address the problem even before it can happen in terms of a potential loss of business, and are we able to create new services, revenues for the customers, and most important is the end user satisfaction, because finally if you're able to manage not the experience at a cluster level, at a cell level, or at a city level, but at an end customer and subscriber level, I think we are touching the right nerve, not only from a revenue standpoint, but from a brand perception standpoint. And this we feel will make a long way to go across from separating an operator from another operator. So I think that's just to summarize across as to how we see the transformational outsourcing happening in this market right here in the India environment. So I'm open to any questions which you may have on transformational outsourcing.
So your Indian experience, is there any remarkable shift or observation?
Yeah, so if I give example of one of the leading Indian operators who is implementing the customer experience management solutions, and the user of that customer experience solution is not just the people who are managing the network like us. It could be the customer care department, it could be the marketing department. I think they are seeing substantial revelations in what they were not able to get in the traditional outsourcing mode across. To give an example, they are seeing across that after a particular brand of phones introduced into the market is not resulting into the uptake of this data services which they were expecting from that set of customers. Sorry. From that set of, maybe answering is more important, so I'll still go on. So I think they were able to get the real statistics as to why the data is not picking up from a particular set of customers or from a particular set of phone users, and they realized that the particular configurations were not getting accepted naturally by those handset users across. if you're able to proactively detect this and throw across those configurations back to those handsets, automatically he or she would have started using the application from day one across and would have been able to translate that into the revenues. So this is just one example across as to how proactively you're able to address what was a potential problem, which otherwise would have got deciphered after root cause analysis, and you would have already potentially lost 1 week or 2 week of data revenues.
So in telecom world, the main components are network and IT.
Sure.
So when you move from network management to service management,
Sure.
how do you shake hands with IT?
Okay, so maybe I'll just complete your questions our thought process. When we're talking of transformational outsourcing, we are moving from the network outsourcing to service management to customer experience, which is, we are even going one step higher across. And what this means across is you have an underlying telecom network. The fact that today you're able to very clearly get the statistics as to how your network is doing in terms of the sites up or site down. And I would say probably this is not really getting into the IT level across. Yes, you have interfaces to the IT systems like customer care or provisioning or billings across, but you are actually getting into the application space out here. So you have, let's say, plethora of services. You have BlackBerry services, or you have music downloads, or you have astrology services. You have end application users. You are actually tapping into at the application level, at a subscriber level. This is very important. At a network level, you're not able to tap a particular subscriber, how he or she is doing and why he is not able to, let's say, do a particular download. So if you as a customer, I can do a profiling at your level as to what kind of an application you're using, or if you're able to not use any particular applications. So that's the beauty of being able to manage at a customer experience level.
So, sorry.
When you're saying customer experience
Sure.
for Nokia Siemens, I believe your customer would be some operator.
So when we are talking of
Operator.
customer,
When you talk about subscriber, so maybe you are profiling him, but there is no direct connection with the subscriber.
so when we are talking of a customer experience,
Maybe you are able to profile me, but I have no way to access you or to rectify my problem or to share my experience with you.
very good question. I think that's the beauty. The whole objective of managing a customer experience is I'm able to address the problem even if before you decipher it. So let's say if you are having problem even before you notice it, the system will be able to notice that you're trying to use a particular, let's say, application, but you're not able to connect to a website, or because you have wrong configurations. So it will automatically sense at a subscriber level and send you across that configuration by default through the system across, and therefore you're able to accept it and then move on across. So actually, when you're talking for customer experience, we're talking at a subscriber user level. We are also talking about, let's say, a customer care agent. He already has details as to how you're using the network, what kind of a network you're using. So just in case you happen to call up that subscriber, the customer care agent, he or she is already aware as to how you have been using a network, which all networks you have been using across, and what are the problems you have been facing. But the whole objective is to address the issue even before you are able to notice and report to it. I think that's where we are trying to move into a transformational phase.
Just extending that.
Sorry. Okay, I think the question was, besides Bharti, whom all we are implementing this. Let me put this way. Customer experience management is something which is in early years. If I may call it, probably Bharti Airtel is one of the first ones in India to implement it. We are implementing this for Telkomsel and Indosat in Indonesia, and for a few other operators. I would say probably Bharti Airtel is the first one to off-take it and derive the true benefit. This still has to go into the next level, in which we will use it not only for the data services but also for the basic the fixed line services as well. So it's something which is evolving right now. I think they're also trying to see how best we can drive what already has been invested on the system across, and what we're moving on is not just a capex based model, but a more of a cloud based model, in which we will be implementing this solution at our network operations center in Noida and Chennai, and be able to offer this to our managed services customer on a fee based model.
Sorry.
So you operate remotely, isn't it? Or do you operate from the Airtel's premises?
If the question is Airtel across, we are managing the network through our Noida center for last 3 years, and before that from our Chennai center for last 6 years. So we do the complete global the remote monitoring for Airtel, and obviously have the field network as well for resolution of any field problem. So yes, but from a monitoring point of view and the management point of view, we do it from our Noida center.
Does the Airtel has a option to change over from Nokia SIM to somebody else? Or
Technically, yes. Yeah, but having said that, it's a partnership which is probably there for last 7 or 8 years, and we are only taking it to the next level, as I explained in the last 10 minutes. But technically speaking, every operator has a choice to to make a transition if they want to. Yeah.
So we're talking about IT part of the service. So especially for post-paid services, OSS BSS also constitutes a pretty huge amount of share in the service. So is there an attempt to collaborate with the IT provider, which is IBM in case of Airtel?
Yeah. You see, if you really talk from an end customer point of view, whether it is OSS or BSS, they are only enablers, if I may call it. You have a system which is running across. You already have OSS and BSS, which is already implemented in the let's say in any operator's environment. So I would say they are only enablers which are giving the feeds across, by which you know as to how the system is doing across. So it is still not touching it at a customer level. I think what we're talking out here is actually going into closest to the customer in terms of how he or she is experiencing the network. So probably OSS and BSS are still at an enabler level, and that's something which is still there. There's nothing much which we are changing in that environment. So from that point of view, I think we're not getting into the IBM tough out here. It is just one of the building blocks in the overall system, which was there even before we talked about the transformational outsourcing.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.